Hi class, it is time to review your um, findings for the Family Resource Study. So I wanted to go over the Family Resource Survey for you, and then I'm going to go over the questions. And because this is the first semester the survey was implemented, it's going to be more of a descriptive project for you to present. So they were given individuals and family members who participated in the family resource different programming were given the option to fill out a program evaluation survey. They could either fill it out as paper or online. And so I'm going to show you the online version, although we only had a few people submit it online. You'll see that data in a minute. So the first question they asked was, what program did you attend? And that was something where they filled it in. They then were asked, what location did you attend? You're going to see the majority of the responses were at the Gilbert Center. They were given the option to fill in what day they attended. Some just put in the month. They were then all asked, how satisfied were you with the event on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being very unsatisfied, 5 being very satisfied? And then how likely are you to attend one of the program events? And then they were asked, how likely are you to recommend the programming to a family member or friend? They were also asked if the staff members treated them with respect. This was a question that was implemented in March, and so I don't think anyone had responded to this one. How often did the AZCEND programming meet your needs? Again, this is a newer question. We're not going to see any data on that was added. How did you hear about the program? They were given options for this. A few people did fill in their own. What social media do they use? Some people did check other for none or fill in as none. They also had asked them what was good about the event, what could they do better, what did they dislike. So there were 2 different questions they could fill in or write a response. And then how many people, or were they comfortable in the facilities? The comfortable in facilities was a new question that was implemented in March, so I don't think we're getting any responses for that yet. And then, is this the first time you've attended AZCEND? How many people in your family attended the program? What programming are you looking for them to offer? And then some demographic questions asking about gender, if they're Hispanic, Latino, or Spanish origin, ethnicity, highest degree level educated, how many people live in the household, and then income. For all of those questions, they were able to respond, prefer not to respond. For prefer not to respond, we did a general code as -99. So that was the survey. Again, some of these questions were added in March, and the materials we collected are from January and February. And I did check in, but they did not receive any new responses from the March time. So I'm now going to go over the data. And so this goes through and shows you if there was any missing data. So this question liked most, oops, sorry, I'm going to put that back. Liked what you liked the most, what you didn't disliked was a fill in the blank, and not everybody had filled that in. And so, and you've got this as output as well. So this goes through and shares with you all the different data for this. So you can see there are some responses they had not filled in. This first box looks at what programming they attended. So 2 people who received CAP assistance filled this out. FFY is first 5 years. 1 person filled this out for some beta program. 3 people filled this out for apples, bananas, and carrots programming. 3 people filled out for Bricks for Kids programming. 1 person filled out for the Triple P parenting program. These are the different dates where people filled the forms out. So again, there was 1 person who filled something out for March programming. but everyone else had, and it was the paper version, which didn't have those updated questions. And then everyone else had filled it in for January and February programming. This 220 was, they didn't put a specific date. They just put February. When asked how did they hear about the event, 2 people heard from Jennifer V, which I assume is an employee at AZCEND. 6 people heard about it from a friend. 3 people heard about it from a website other than AZCEND. 1 person heard about it from AZCEND Facebook, and 2 people heard about it from the AZCEND website, and 1 person had a flyer about their the event that they had participated in. When asking about social media use, there were 6 people who were like, I'm not really on social media. 1 person did respond for other apps, but didn't specify which apps. 2 people are on Facebook. 1 person said Instagram. 1 person said they heard about they used programs for parents and teachers. 1 used news websites, 1 used Facebook and Instagram. So in that case, you could say 2 total Instagram, 3 total Facebook. 1 person uses Macaroni and Kids and Hula Frog to find events. And then we've got another person we'd add into that Facebook count. And then again, Macaroni Kids, Hula, and the Arizona Science Tech Festival. So Macaroni Kids and Hula Frog are both websites that they can go into and find information for child programming. For those individuals, 5 of the people who had responded saying this is the first event they had attended for an AZCEND family programming, and 10 people, it was not their first event. So they've been to other events in the past. What did they like most? Again, these were free response forms of things they liked. And then what did they dislike? A lot of people said, no, nothing. There was 1 person who said wait time. That person who said wait time was someone who was seeking CAPS assistance. What kinds of things would you want AZCEND to offer in the future? 2 people said CAPS. Those same 2 people had gone there for CAPS services. 1 person said STEP, that's a parenting class. 1 person wanted class on healthy cooking. 1 person wanted more crafts. 1 person wanted English classes and more events for kids. 1 person wanted science on wheels. And 1 person wanted musicology. And musicology is something they have offered. There were 2 males that filled out the survey and 13 females that participated or filled out the survey. So that 1 is for female, that 2 is for male. For Hispanic, there were 9 individuals who filled out the survey who were Hispanic, 6 who were not. Going through and asking about race or ethnicity. For Caucasians, -99 is preferred not to respond. 6 people said other and put relating back to Hispanic, Latino, Spanish origins. And then 2 people said Asian. That A is for Asian. For highest level of education, 1 person preferred not to respond. 1 person had primary level as their highest grade. 3 people had middle school as their highest grade. 4 people had high school or GED. 2 people had some college. 3 people had completed community college. And 2 people had bachelor's degrees. For work, frequency of work, 7 people, they said they do not work, though several of them wrote in a free response, they're head of the household. 2 people said they work full time. 1 person, actually this should be 5. 5 people preferred not to respond. And then 2 said they work full time. I'll have to correct that on your handout. I'll correct that. Frequency of income level, 3 people didn't respond. If you look on the survey, it has different dimensions for income level, and I'll have a PDF of that, but this was the lowest income bracket. This was the second lowest income bracket. This was the third income bracket, and then this one was $75,000 a year or higher. And then did they fill out the form in Spanish? You had 6 people who did and 10 people who didn't. Did they fill it out in paper or online? You had 4 people fill that online, 12 people who filled out the paper versions, and we had 15 people from the Gilbert site and 1 person who did the Chandler site, and the Chandler site was Bricks for Kids programming. So again, just some general descriptives. I realize this isn't a lot of information to be presenting to AZCEND, but it is important information. Again, this project carries over from them wanting to hear from families who participate in their programming and participate in activities particularly at the Gilbert Center. And so we'll be providing them with some descriptive information about all of this. So this is all information that you will be implementing into your poster presentation, which you'll have more information about this coming week. Thank you for watching.